We just need to enjoy this moment. Thanks, brother. Fuck yeah! We did it! Woo! When I walked out that door, that's when I lost it. Midnight in Austin. Shit, we're here, bro. Man, we're back for the True Potential Podcast, episode 6. We made it past 5, and to celebrate, we are here in Austin, Texas. Homeboy, what's up?
From the 6 to, well, we're not really from Toronto.
I don't know their area code here.
To ATX.
To ATX.
Yeah, dude. It's been a long time coming. We planned this trip for a while, so.
We did. And I think it's funny because everybody keeps asking us, why'd you come to Austin? And obviously.
Yeah, that's been an interesting,
thing.
They're very surprised by us Canadians visiting Austin. It's weird. I don't know why. They must not think that people want to visit. I don't know.
Yeah, it's been awesome. There's obviously so many places in Texas you could go. But I think obviously we wanted to go to a Longhorns game, which we did, which we'll talk about. But I don't know, man. We just keep hearing lyrics and songs we just listen to, and just the vibe of Austin, and you hear about it, right? And I think as a Canadian, American cities are so cool. They're iconic. They're in movies, right? Mm-hmm. And so we just follow the vibes. And I think when you follow the vibe, right, you find your path. You find this cool environment. We had so many experiences over the weekend that were incredible. We just followed our path.
Yeah, dude. I agree. I think this was an interesting trip from my perspective of just that idea of just kind of following the vibe of the trip. I'm a very type A planner. I got to know exactly what we're going to be doing. I mean, I'm sure you've picked that up a little bit over the last couple days, where it's I need to know how far, where we're going, what time we're getting there. It's all in my head. So to come here with very loose plans, we really came here wanting, for me anyway, really wanted to do two things. I wanted to go to the Texas game, and I wanted to go to the Comedy Mothership, and then outside of that, we didn't plan too many other things that we really were going to do.
No, we planned them when we got here, right? Which was really, really cool. Yeah, you're a little bit of a planner, but I think, again, I'm so nuanced, I can kind of just vibe and roll, and I think it's good to have the balance, because we did check a lot of stuff off our box, or when we were out and about, it was we're going to go here. This is the perfect thing to do, right? So, what, 5-0?
Wouldn't be America.
With a little police? Jeez, buddy. I mean, realistically, too, everybody said so much about, oh, be careful, I'll do this, I'll do that. And I think the U.S. gets a bad rep, and I'd like to say, on behalf of all of the amazing Americans we met, that, this was, I felt really good. People told us where to go, where not to go. We just followed, the good advice, and I felt safe. I had fun. People were super welcoming.
Yeah, I don't know if it's the Southern hospitality thing, because we're down south, but man, the people here that we've interacted with since being here for the last 4 days or whatever have been some of the nicest people I've ever met.
Yeah, I agree.
No doubt.
I agree, and we'll get to a few special ones, because we had a few special ones that created some amazing nights. But it is Southern hospitality. Hook 'em. So let's start from the beginning. Let's really talk to this trip.
All right.
So we flew out of Detroit. D-Town.
I brought you to Windsor for a short period of time.
Yeah, really short, but memorable.
yeah, memorable. You got to meet Jim.
Yeah, so for those of you who don't know who Jim is.
No one knows who Jim is.
No one's going to know who Jim is. I know who Jim is. I will always remember Jim. I feel like there's still a piece of Jim in my skull. Basically, Jim is Dalton's friend's cat, and I had to sleep on the couch, and so we were having a nice...
Big cat guy.
I'm a big cat guy, and we had a nice night at first. He curled up on me. He was laying on my chest, and then all of a sudden he got a little wound. He got a little overstimulated at about 2 a.m. and started scratching me, scratched my neck. I had to scruff him, move him, and then he lashed out and he bit my head. I had to drop my head down to cover my face, and he bit my skull. So I mean, I don't know if you can still see it, but
We're not gonna be able to see. We'll have to put a cut in.
I had a scar. We're cutting that in for sure, Jim. I'm coming back for you, Jim. We're still friends, but bro, you really tested my cat love, man.
Yeah, I felt bad, but actually kind of was worth it.
Cats are cats. Sometimes they have their moments, right? But I love them. But yeah, man, so we flew to Detroit, which was way easier, way cheaper, and just quick, which was awesome. We had a good little time in the airport. But landing in Austin, bro, funny enough, to the point of you not wanting to like, or you wanting to plan things, we didn't really plan how to get to the Airbnb, and we had like a big space of time. So we spent the first like 3 hours just carrying all of our luggage around Austin.
I already felt out of place being in Texas just because I'm like, I just automatically had this feeling like everyone knows that we're not from here.
Yeah.
Just like walking around.
Well, we're
But
also
then-
close to the university.
But then even more than that,
So we stuck out.
we're hiking around like Austin with our luggage for like 3 hours, just walking around trying to find air conditioning because, bro,
Oh, it was hot.
the
it was
humidity here.
steaming hot when
We
got
just
here.
got out of the humidity, and I was like, oh man, we got here, and it reminded me of the last 2 months of our summer.
Yeah, for real. And I didn't even bring a luggage. I had to carry my bag, and then we
Yeah.
put the bag on top of your luggage. It was a whole fiasco. But then we touched down. We settled in. We went out like the first night. We got some food. Everything was kind of, everything was chill Thursday night because, football and everything hadn't kicked off.
Yeah, it was quiet around here.
Yeah. Oh, but then we went to the Philadelphia Eagles bar, which blew my mind. The Cat's Pajamas is the bar we went to.
Yeah, we talked about this like on one of the episodes where we were talking about football and just how it's different. Like when you come to Texas, this is like there's like only a few things I imagine here that are really important to people. Like probably like God, barbecue, football,
Yeah, for real.
and like
It's a good three.
Probably whatever order you want to put those in. Like that's kind of like what I have always thought of Texas, and I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure that's very accurate because like
100%.
the way they look at sports here is like it's just so different, man. Like you go downtown Austin, it's like there's a bar that represents each college team. So you could go to like the Michigan bar, you could
Yeah.
go to the Oklahoma bar, you could go to the Philadelphia Eagles bar, the Dallas Cowboys bar, and it's just like a ton of people, and all they care about is whether or
football.
not their team is winning.
Hell yeah. But like the other thing the guy mentioned, one of the guys we chatted with, is that everybody's a transplant here, right? So like they're from a lot of different places. So there's a lot of team fandom from different places that kind of lives in Austin, and different people from different places. So we kind of balance that, right?
Yeah, because like one of the things that I really wanted coming here was like I just wanted to like I had this vision
Okay.
is like just getting off the plane and just like walking down, and like the very first person I meet just has this nice southern accent
Oh yeah.
and they just welcome us. They're like, welcome to Texas, y'all. Like that's what I was hoping for.
Yeah.
And just like they have just like a plate of brisket for me and a drink, and they're like, welcome. And we didn't really get a full
was not
country
bad.
accent for a while. Like a couple
Yeah.
days in, I feel like we didn't get a y'all, which
Yeah.
is very surprising.
We didn't get a y'all. Ah man, I wanted a y'all for sure. Yeah, no, and that's because they're from different places, right? But then as we like settled in, we met more people from Texas specifically, or outside of Austin that can't like now lives in Austin. They had much more of that southern drawl that we were looking for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, so for Thursday night, we went to the Philadelphia Eagles Dallas game, which was awesome. We went to that Philadelphia bar, which is sweet. We rode the Sea-Doos. We hung out with people. We met somebody that knew a Tie-Cat kicker, which was hilarious.
Yeah.
Like that was random. Seth Smalls, showed to Seth Smalls. But man, it was like we met lots of people that were super nice. I think we kept it pretty chill that night. And then we woke up the next day and the city, or like Austin by the school. So for those of you that didn't know, obviously we were right next to the University of Texas. So like we were probably 5 blocks away. So
Which is like everything to this town. Like it's a
Yeah.
very university-centric town. From what most people are telling us, it's slowly
Yeah.
starting to grow into this like cooler, more different things going on.
For sure.
Like
Especially in the heart of the city.
food, the comedy, the music. It's kind of like that's drawing more people into the heart of the city. But at its core, it's like a university town, which was fun for us. Like coming here for one of the main reasons was
Yeah.
to get the university football experience.
100%.
Like for both of us, but for you specifically, having never
Yeah.
had that before, me having had some experience with that at Michigan, it's like I think coming to the center of like the university was a cool thing for us to experience.
Oh, 1,000%. It was really cool to experience like the university kind of lifestyle that they were living. I think Friday was like you watched it pick up. You watched stores like be bumping with like
the kids were
students.
getting out of school,
Yeah.
and they're ready to party.
Yeah, 100. Yeah, it was good because at first I was like, "Where is everybody? What are we doing here?" But I forgot. They're in class and stuff.
Yeah,
and
it's
things.
Thursday at 2 p.m.
Exactly. But yeah, so then we got decked out in our Texas gear. We went out that night. What's that? What?
Yeah, we did.
Oh my gosh, I forgot. This guy has such a big problem with this. Go ahead, tell everybody. You got to tell everybody who your real loyalty lies with because you're conflicted.
So I'm a Michigan fan. I grew up a Michigan fan. My father used to take me to Michigan games. Big part of my life. But I wanted to immerse myself in the Texas culture, and honestly, low-key, like Texas's colors. Actually, not even low-key, high-key.
Yes.
Texas's colors are dope. Like, I've always been a fan of Texas outside of, like, even Michigan. So I love the burnt orange. I love the white. I love the colors. And so I got a hat and I got a shirt because I felt like if I was going to go to the game and we were going to try to immerse ourselves in some of the fun things that go around the game, like the tailgating, I'm like,
be a fan.
I got to be a fan so that
I can walking around in Michigan blue like an idiot. Like,
well, not like an idiot, but
well, you couldn't, or like just not wear anything.
So I put on Texas gear, which I'm happy that I did. I think it was a good thing. But yeah, that's my truly. It's hard for me to do that.
Yeah, you cheated on Michigan a little bit. It's okay.
I did it for you.
Oh, you did it for me. I appreciate you, man. Because we had a great experience. So Saturday was game day.
Yes.
And it was dope because we got decked out in our gear.
Which, like, 11 a.m. kickoff, by the way. So, we're an hour behind here. Normally, college football kicks off at 12 sometimes. It was 11 a.m. So, like, the festivities of getting ready for this game started very early for us.
For 30-plus-year-olds? Absolutely.
Yes.
For 30-plus-year-olds that don't really drink alcohol that much, so.
And decided to consume some alcohol.
Yeah, we did. We decided to immerse ourselves in the experience. And again, I like you dressed up in Texas stuff for me. I drank for you because everybody knows I don't drink, you know? So I did this for Dalton. I was peer pressured. It was all his fault. No, I'm kidding. But we'll talk about alcohol because I think this is an important thing, important realization that we had. Yeah. But we want to have the best time. And sometimes it's about having the best time and waiting for those moments to, do some fun stuff, right? So we had a blast, like just getting ready, listening to some tunes here, having a beer in the morning, like it's university again. We walked our way down, and then the other cool thing is we saw all these fraternities and sororities, and that was a cool experience. And then we ended up working our way into one for some, so we had Josh and Reagan, right, was the girl. They were really nice people. They're like, hey, y'all, come on in. Got a little bit of that Southern draw, and they drew us right into that fraternity, and we started playing cornhole, and you started playing football, and again, I wanted to do that stuff, man.
Yeah.
Because we don't have those, right?
Yeah.
We don't have those in Canada, so it's
fun. It's a different thing, man. When you walk down that street, and it's just like these massive houses with all these students, getting excited, partying, doing their thing. It's like, obviously, we're a little bit older than them, but like they were super cool, and it was welcoming. A super good vibe, and I thought it was a fun thing for us to kind of like go in there, hang out, have some fun.
For sure. And they weren't totally like, you guys are losers. So that was fun, right? Like it was.
Yeah, I didn't feel like we I didn't feel like they gave off those vibes.
Yeah, no, they were great.
Yeah.
So we cruised out of there. Again, it's like 10 a.m. by this point. And then we hit the game, and like, you've been to a university game. This was my first experience, but like walking up, I just could not believe. And the other thing is we walked through the campus, which was super cool. Yeah. And you're just watching like hordes of people walk towards this game all decked out in orange. And again, I love that kind of fandom. I've been to an NFL game and that's kind of the experience, but like then obviously it gets just huge. And you see the stadium and there's so many vendors outside. There's a zip line outside. Like it's just incredible, all the things that were around that. And I couldn't believe it because that's not even at pro games. So
no, not even close. The thing that always stands out to me and what I love about it is more just like the passion and the pride for their school, for their team.
Yeah.
It's always like
the whole city's passion and pride.
Yeah, and something that as I'm getting older and like starting to recognize, like I think the thing that draws me the most to people or different things is like how passionate and fired up people get about something. And you can't go anywhere in that general area of that that stadium without feeling absolute passion and love for their school, for the team, for the people.
Yeah, for the sport in general.
Which just makes the vibe, like everyone's excited, everyone's happy. It was obviously the season or the home opener for them coming off a tough loss last week, so everyone was kind of antsy to like, see them win, which they did, and it was supposed to be a game that they were going to win. So it was really good atmosphere and vibe to
Yeah, I mean, we were lucky because originally we were going to go to the Ohio State game because he thought it was in Texas, and then we made that mistake. Luckily, actually, because that was not a good game for them.
Yeah.
Come here, Arch Manning throws 4 touchdowns, runs for 1, has an amazing game. We get to see some amazing highlights.
Yeah.
Our seats were great. The atmosphere was great. The bands and everything are so
Yeah,
cool.
what did you think about like the stadium and like?
Well, so like the stadiums I know are humongous. Like it blew my mind when I went to a Cleveland Browns game for the first time because I was like, this is just like gargantuan. This is just crazy how many all these people are packed in. And again, the Browns fans are extremely passionate as well, so I've experienced that. But I think in this case, it was interesting because there's students and different things. Like when we were walking around, we forgot about the pledges. We were walking around and we see all these young pledges for fraternities wearing the same like collared long sleeve shirt and khaki pants and boots on a hot ass day. And it's like, what the heck is going on? And then they're all at the game. So like again, student experience of it was amazing. I think the bands and everything enhance it. Like the band was playing Can't Stop, like Red Hot Chili Peppers cover at half, and that was really cool. The fireworks, the Bevo, the friggin' Longhorn. Unbelievable, man. So, and like shoving the footballs on the sword, like when they get turnovers.
Yeah.
Bro, it's just like an amazing experience. Like the whole game, the fans like energy. I love football so much. And this was just, it didn't disappoint. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I agree. I will say, not as good as the Big House. Not as good as a Michigan game.
I had to say that, eh?
No disrespect.
Yeah, make sure you say it for all the people that, were upset that you went.
Good vibe. 100,000 plus people there, which is cool. Yeah. Not the Big House.
Fair enough. This is the first experience I've had, so this will be my first. I'll always remember it. So yeah, I'm pumped. After the game, we had to rally a little bit tired. That was hard.
Yeah, like honestly,
drinking in the morning is a little tough.
Listen. Let's just be honest here, okay? We talked about this on the last podcast.
Yeah.
I didn't drink much in university.
True.
I haven't drank much in the last probably 2-3 years of my life.
Right. I haven't drank in a full 2 years.
Bro.
About 2 years.
The amount of, and it's not even that much, but the amount of alcohol that we consumed prior to like 1 p.m.
Yeah, it was more than I've consumed in 2 years.
On a Saturday,
it's an easy thing to pass.
I'm like, yo, I need to have a nap.
But let's go backwards to go forwards because we had this conversation on the Friday night when we were out having probably the best brisket and ribs we've ever had in our lives. We went to Lambert's, which was amazing. And again, I wasn't sure what I was going to do, if I was going to drink or not. And I've kind of gone back and forth on what's right for me. But I think when you put pressure on things unnecessarily, they become this bigger thing. It stopped being a big thing for me. I never had a problem drinking. I enjoy it. I just think it's not... it doesn't help me be successful in a lot of aspects of life.
Yeah.
And I don't need it to enjoy moments. But like you have a great way to say this, so I'll let you kind of go after this. But like if it's going to enhance the experience in a way, you're here for one time. Again, you can socialize because we met this amazing couple at dinner and we're just having some beverages with them, which was great. I think that's when alcohol can be, an add. It's just important and enjoyable, right? Like again, it's not good for you, but there's a lot of things aren't, and everything in moderation can work. Right?
Yeah, for sure. It's like I think a lot of people, especially nowadays, like it's changing, right? Like less people are more aware of alcohol and what it does to you for your health.
Yeah.
And so less people are consuming it. Like we know that.
And that's net good.
I agree. It's definitely net good. I think like for me, probably like 3-4 years ago, I kind of made this. I was having a hard time, not that I ever consumed a lot of alcohol, but I was having this hard time like creating a good relationship with it where it's like, there was times when I would go into certain situations, events, be around people where I didn't want to drink, but I drank out of like doing it to fit in or to like be part of it. And I always did not like how it made me feel that I was doing something that I didn't really want to do. And also knowing that I had other things that I wanted to do in my life that after that day that were more important to me. And so I would sacrifice like things that were actually really important to me for the fact that it's a little bit uncomfortable to be like, well, no, I don't drink, or no, I'm not drinking in this setting when everyone's like, why, you can have one, like, it's all good, man, like, don't be so, like, disciplined, and don't be so, like, they kind of make you feel like you need to be part of it, which, like, I totally get that, but I would always, like, not have a good relationship on how I want to approach those things.
Right.
And so I took a year off of drinking, and I was like, I'm not going to have a drink for a whole year.
Yeah.
And I did that, and it helped me develop this relationship that was a lot more healthy, I think, with it, so that it was more like, okay, if I'm going into an experience where I want to consume a beverage or whatever, because I think it might enhance the moment, the experience. For example, when we're out having barbecue, we're sitting there at the bar, having this beautiful meal, it's like,
Yeah.
I'm going to have a beer with this.
And have
You
a
know what I mean?
Texas-based beer that I'm not going to ever have again.
And it actually made that experience way better for me. And
I
so
agree.
like now that is kind of more of my approach. It's the same thing. We're going to the Texas game. It's like we're going to a college football game. It's like we're going to
is the
have
time.
some beers. Like
1000%.
This is when you're going to have a beer. So I think like the lesson from my perspective on this and just sharing like what's gone for me is like develop the relationship that you want with it, and then make sure that you stay true to that. And as long as you're staying true to how you feel about it, I think that it's good. Because I think there's a lot of people out there, I have this conversation, where they're like, I don't want to drink, but I do because of some of the pressures that I was just explaining. And that, it's not even the alcohol so much that makes it feel worse. It's like the fact that you're doing something that you don't really want to be doing for the sake of like, not having a weird interaction with someone being like, no, I'm not going to drink.
Right, you're choosing somebody's feelings over your own.
Yeah.
But we do that a lot. And then again, it's the social acceptability. It should be acceptable for someone to drink, not to drink, whatever you want. Again, I'm a big proponent of like, people in their lives are going to make whatever choices they want. They're allowed to make any choice. Bad choice, good choice. Not for me, really for me to judge. I get to decide whether I want to do that, participate, etc. And again, for me, after like almost 2 years away from it, and again, the time before that, it was about a year, like I just don't really like drinking alcohol that much. And I like beer, I enjoy it, but I just know it's not conducive to my success on a consistent basis, and I'd rather really not drink on a random Sunday afternoon or a random like weekend when it's really irrelevant to me, like, and it's the same beer that's going to be there whenever I can have it. Like, I don't care, right? But again, I think I had the same relationship where it was either all or nothing, all or nothing. I'm either out and doing things with my friends, or I'm not. I'm focused and I'm driven and I'm like trying to work on my fitness, etc. And when you do that, you create a bad relationship. You also create a standoff relationship with other people because you don't know yourself. And when you know yourself and you know the decisions you're going to make are true to you, it's going to feel really good. I have not felt bad about having a drink at all. I had it the first night. You weren't sure if I was going to drink, and I remember you like the first night I was like, yeah, let's get a beer, let's do this. And I was like, this is awesome. I'm just enjoying myself. I'm looking out on this patio. I'm having a great time. I had a delicious IPA with our brisket. And then again, I got to talk.
Which was a heavy IPA.
Oh, bro, it was a heavy IPA. Oh my gosh, man. I was like really buzzing. And again, my tolerance is like down through the floor. But it was such a nice experience, right? And that's the point.
Keep going. I'm just going to turn.
Is it too hot in here?
No, I'm just going to.
This is a first. This is a podcast first. This guy's got off the couch, left me on the couch to rant because he's tired of my tangent, and he's going to change the air conditioning over here as an excuse to get away from me.
No,
That's what 5 days of travel will do to you, folks. Your best friends become your enemies. Sit the fuck back down.
I want to turn it off because it's loud. I'm worried.
Oh, we did the loud thing again with the air conditioning?
I'm just worried that it's...
Well, luckily the mics are on our things, right? But I appreciate you.
I just want to keep the content good.
Quality control, my friend. Quality control. But yeah, so I guess to round up the alcohol thing, it is always a choice. You need to choose what's best for you. But if it's the same with diet, and I think about this with people a lot. If you're like, I'm not going to eat any sugar, guess what? You're going to really crave sugar. You're going to want to have sugar, blah, blah, blah. When I just say I don't really drink, I don't really like it, blah, 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 I never think about it. I never have to like hard stop myself. And then this weekend I was like, yeah, I want to drink. So I just did. I don't have a story in my head around what I do in any part of my life. My story, there's no story. I do what I want. If I want to do something, I'll do it. I know the repercussions. I make choices for my current self and future self. And when I think of both those people, I come out on top all the time with a great choice. So my future self is super happy that I did this because they're like, you're going to have all these memories. My future self also knows when I get back to Canada, I need to shut it down for a bit. I need to get back on track and maybe lift a weight. And not like, I need to eat some healthy ass food and like, not that we had bad food, but damn, man, it's like
maybe
it's
no
too
brisket
much.
For a little bit.
Maybe no brisket for a bit. No, brisket was good. But like, yeah. So again, it's going back. We know we're only here for a period of time. We're living it to our fullest. We never went too crazy. Despite my dance video, I was, relatively sober for that.
Let's pause for a second because this is really starting to piss me off now. All right.
Amazing.
So you don't want me to get mad?
Yeah, don't get fired up, bro. Take it easy. We're going home soon.
All right.
No, but that was almost a really perfect segue.
Where were you going to segue? Because I was going to segue.
I was going to segue to our Saturday night because I was talking about my dance
video.
I
was just going to say this is a good preface because I think the alcohol consumption thing continued on beyond that Saturday morning and afternoon game into the evening.
Yeah, it did, despite what I thought I was capable of. So I'm just a resilient beast, and I forgot. Because, we did rally later. I had some pizza, and then I came back to life.
This guy came out of...
But again, we didn't go crazy as much as people might think we did, and that's the point, right? We had some drinks. We played some games. Like, it was good.
Yeah, and I think the fun part about the Saturday was like one of our conversations prior to. That was really loud, by the way. Now that that's off.
Yeah, you can really hear yourself speak, eh?
But
wrecked the whole fucking beginning of the podcast.
one of the things that we wanted to talk about, one of the things that we wanted to get out of Saturday was just like, we just want to have fun and just see where the day would take us. Because like, we had no plans other than the game. We knew the vibe of the day was going to be super fun. Yeah. We already had talked about like, if there's a night where we're going to go out and like consume alcohol, have fun, whatever, was going to be Saturday.
Yeah.
And our whole mission on this trip was just to like follow the vibe and just see where things go.
You have to follow the vibe.
Which is
even at home.
Well, which is different for me because that is not how I operate. I do not operate that way. I operate like, we need to know where we're going Saturday night, what we're doing, and like that's different than like how you navigate sometimes. So like it was interesting for me to like be like, all right, we're gonna go Saturday. We knew no one. We didn't know anyone in Austin. We're just gonna go down. We're going to have some food, we're going to watch the Michigan game, and we're going to see where things go.
Yeah, we had a few things like planned. We want to watch the Michigan game, so we knew we were going to go out. The way I like to live my life, because I used to be like very control-based like you, but I've realized there's things I'd like to do. I hope they happen. There's things I'm going to make sure I try to make happen, and then the rest I'm just going to let, I'm going to let God decide there, Dalton. I'm just going to let the universe take me. But for real, I just follow the path. So we're sitting at a bar. I go to get the pizza. Tell the viewers what happened.
Yeah.
Because this is amazing.
Connor goes to the pizza. I'm sitting there watching the game, quite frustrated because Michigan was not playing so well. And two people walk up. They're like, hey, do you mind if we sit here and wait for our pizza? And I'm like, have a seat.
Shout out to Shayla and Bobby because they gave us the best night of our lives.
Yeah, it was
And this
amazing.
is how it started.
And so like
they sit
down. So they sit down, we start talking. Shayla was the individual that was at the table, and like we start talking, and like I'm a massive college football fan. I have been for a really, really long time. And this is where it ties in like the fandom of like Americans and
and how it can bring people together
for their sports.
Yeah.
And like their university. So she was like a Georgia Bulldog at its truest core. And I know a little bit about Georgia football just because I used to.
Well, she's a Georgia athlete.
Yeah, she was a Georgia athlete.
Gymnast.
I started bringing up some of these old Georgia players that she actually knew because she went to school with them at the same time.
Yeah.
She knows Matt Stafford. I'm a Detroit fan, so we start like vibing on.
She knew Dwayne Wade too, which was nuts.
So we just started getting into it, and she ended up being super cool. Yeah. And then obviously you came back, and then you started having conversation, and they ended up just being like, I'm calling Shayla the Austin mayor because like she just knew everyone. It seemed in that vicinity, and she's like, all right, boys.
We're going to the next bar. We're going to
the next bar, and we're taking you on a journey. And then that's where the journey began.
A journey it was, my friend. We went to Rustic, watched the Michigan game. I'm playing dice on the picnic table, meeting like a guy from Miami who's a big Heat fan. We're exchanging like info, talking Miami Heat. She goes, I met Dwayne Wade. Like, that was crazy. Shows me a picture.
Your biggest idol.
She just got cooler as the night went on. And Bobby's just like, she's nuts, man. And he was like the most mellow, awesome dude. Like the two contrasts of them were awesome. They were just like, the best two people that, drove the night forward. So yeah, we went to that bar. Then we went to a little speakeasy that she got us into, which was super cool with all the like horns on the ceiling. We had some drinks there. And then I don't even know where we went after that, man. It was just like, it's such a blur. Like, it was just, want to go to this bar? No, I need to take him to this bar. Want to go to this bar? I'll take him to this bar. Like, we went across town. We went past the wall, apparently, which is like the east side. I believe I got that right. Mm-hmm. So they Ubered us all the way there. And then we came all the way back. We basically gave them the control, which is the best thing we could have done.
Yeah.
And that's important. Again, not everything you do has to be under perfect control or like, just if you leave space, right? We talked about this before. If you leave space, you can let them like night ride. We had no plans. You were just, the only thing you said to her was like, I want to watch this Michigan game. She's like, great, I know a bar that's even better than this, better for sports. We're going to go. All the games were on, like spread.
Yeah.
And then we chilled there for the whole game. And the other thing too, man, and I'll say this to you because I know you're really passionate about Michigan, you're passionate about Detroit, and they both had tough losses this weekend. Hate to do that to you. Knife in the body there. But if you hadn't have let that kind of go and you're like, no, I'm going to sit right fucking here on this bench and watch this game and I want to leave this stool, like they would have lost. We would have had a worse night. You would have been pissed off and then probably would have went home. But instead, it's like you let the night roll you're having fun, you get to watch the game, but not every little thing has to work out. We had a great Longhorns game. Like, you know what I mean? We just followed the night. So other fun shit made up for not so fun shit when you're watching a team lose, right? So it's good.
Yeah, and it was cool because they obviously took us to the local spots that they knew were really good, that they knew were good vibes. And like we had chatted enough where I think they kind of understood a little bit of our vibe and like what we wanted to experience.
For sure.
And so they're like, all right, let's go. And after the Michigan loss, heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Honestly, in my mind, at this point, it's already past my bedtime. Let's be real. It's
what was that,
it's
11?
like 11 o'clock at this point.
Way past the bedtime.
I've already probably had 3 drinks maybe by now. Also past my limit. Past my limit.
For sure.
And so I'm thinking like, all right, we went to this bar. This is cool. We'll have one more drink. And that'll be it. We'll Uber home.
Nope.
And
Shayla said, nope, that's not what we're doing.
Yeah. And then we just went
Bobby
to like...
said, yep, we're going somewhere else.
we went to like 4 bars after that.
Brother.
Which again was cool, different vibes. We got like a full country bar vibe, which was fun. That was actually my favorite. That was my favorite spot, to be honest.
You got to learn who George Strait is.
Learned about George Strait, got a little more
All my exes live in Texas.
A little more musically cultured, which I'm working.
Thank God.
Which I'm working on a little bit.
Hell yeah,
so that was
you're getting
fun.
super cultured.
Yeah, and then we went across town. I forget the names of a lot of these bars. Like we went to the Bee's Knees, I think was one.
Yeah,
of
Martha's was another one.
Went to Martha's.
Martha's, yeah. Martha's was the one with the horns.
And then we went to...
Which is apparently brand new. This is the thing, too. The bars are always changing and stuff, and these, like, speakeasies come and go and stuff, and, like, they just knew where to go.
Yeah, that was the cool part.
And they just took care of us. It was super nice. And they had, like, tons of respect for just, like, what we wanted or whatever, like, too.
Yeah, they wanted us to get I think they wanted us to experience Austin the right way, which was super cool. And, like, I think there was a lot of just, like, cool lessons even from that, for me with just, like... It's just people. I think a lot of times we there's a lot of not so good things that go on in this world. I think like it's clear, and so it's very easy sometimes to get very nihilistic and like get very negative, which again I understand. But then like there's also so much beauty that comes with humans and the interactions that you can have with them, and I think this was just like such a good example of how like it can be a beautiful thing where it's like these are 2 people we never met in our whole life.
Yeah.
And they were the nicest, most fun, and they just wanted us to have a great night with no expectation in return. No expectation at all. They didn't expect anything. They Ubered us everywhere. They bought us drinks.
Yeah.
They just wanted us to have a great time. And like that's really cool, and it made me realize like that's important. Like I need to do that more when the opportunity arrives.
I think it's energy we got to bring back, right?
Yeah.
Every time I travel, I did this in Ireland too. When we came back, I'm just like, I want to be more chatty with people. I want to be more outgoing and like help people and everything else. Like it's about paying it forward, right?
Yeah.
And every time you actually just reach out, like the other thing, and I told you this at the beginning of this trip, when we didn't have like our GPS because we didn't have Wi-Fi or whatever, we just got here and things. Ask people for help. It actually creates a conversation. They can guide you. They can tell you what restaurants. Like go home. Instead of looking up the restaurant you want to go to, talk to somebody on the street that lives there and go, hey, where's a good place to go? Or where should we go after this? Like, heaven forbid you like open your mouth and speak to a human being and ask them what they are into. Like, that's how we got guided tons of times on this whole trip. And I believe in the goodness of people. I just do. So I enjoy like talking to people and getting them to tell me where to go. That's why when I go to restaurants, I always say, what would you recommend? Half the time, that's just what I do. I did that for the beer. Like I did that for like some of the food we got. We definitely did that for the food. The guy at Lambert's was unreal, right? So, and again, Shayla didn't really ask us, right? She was more like, you're gonna do this, but in a fun way. But like, she was like, you're gonna do this, you're coming this way. But also, you're cool with that? Like, it was kind of like that. But like, that's awesome. Lead. I'm ready to follow like cool people to awesome places, like people that know more than me, right? So hopefully we get to pay it forward when we get back to somebody. I'm always gonna look out for that opportunity now.
Yeah.
Because I think that's something to take away from this. And
the other thing is like the energy you put out or the way that you approach the world is like what you're going to get back.
1000%.
And like I think because, and this is like a cool part, and I haven't done a lot of traveling in my life, but I think this is the cool part about traveling that forces you a little bit out of your comfort zone is like you don't really know anyone. We didn't know anyone. It's like you almost have to be a little bit open and slightly vulnerable to be like, hey, like, I don't know what I'm doing here. Like, can you help me? Like, if you put out this energy of like, I just want to experience this, I think you draw in those people that
1000%.
will help you. And people are more apt to be like, give you that back. Whereas like, if you're like closed off and reserved, or like not even reserved, probably not the right word, but like closed off, or like, oh man, like I don't know, like that kind of stuff. Like you're not gonna get that experience, I don't think.
Yeah, if you're walking around with negative energy, you're not going to have positive energy come into your life. It's going to totally like bounce right off.
Yeah.
It's just the truth. So you change your perspective on what's happening in the day and you turn it into a positive and you just live your life with that vibration.
Yeah.
That's what you attract. I think the other thing is we can't use the, hey, I'm Canadian, I'm dumb, I don't know where I am. Like we can't use that anymore. But you know, we can find something else to kind of
right.
like get talking to people.
That was helpful.
Yeah. Hi, I'm not from here. Help me. Like that was pretty much all the time. So, but yeah, so that was Saturday. Shout out to those two.
Like I mean, by
another
like,
piece?
well, I'm just saying by like the third or fourth bar that we got to, where I was like well beyond.
Yeah.
When we were about to wrap up, they're like, no, we got to go to one more, and I'm like,
one more.
I'm like, guys, I don't know.
I forgot about the
if
one
I
more.
can handle this.
You got to go one more.
Got to go one more. Nick Bear, shout out. And so we're like, all right, let's do it. And we went to, what was it called?
The Dirty.
Which is like
the dirty,
where you should end the day.
I thought it was Coyote Ugly we were walking into. It was unreal.
Dude, I can't even tell you the last time. I mean, I haven't gone into a bar since I was in university for the one time that I did that. And here we are walking into a bar at like 1:30.
Yeah, man.
Bro, I'm like, what are we doing?
1:30 before close. Basically, honestly, shout out to all the Laurier people that will understand this, but it felt like Phil's. It was like a skinnier Phil's.
Yeah, it was packed in there. I was like, I am uncomfortable.
Yep.
I had to go to the bathroom.
Yep.
I literally had to like lead block myself through like 400 people just to get to the bathroom. This guy's up on the table dancing.
Yeah, well, Shayla said, let's go dance. Let's get up on the table. I said, hell yeah, let's do it.
And I'm like, I don't dance.
Win in Texas, baby. Like, no, man, it was the best. And then like, yeah, we had some good songs drop, and that's the vibe. And you saw the clips. So you do dance now. I guess everybody does a jig. Welcome.
I guess I can't say that anymore.
Dude, it's energy transfer galore. That's dancing is energy transfer, baby.
Yeah. So that was Saturday. That was fun. Honestly, I will never forget that night for probably the rest of my life.
Never,
It was
ever.
Like a great experience.
Thank you both so much.
Yeah, it was everything that like I think we wanted to get out of that.
It was actually what we asked for.
Saturday.
1,000%. Yeah. So we woke up the next day a little bit slower, right? We were dragging ass a little bit the next day.
Yeah, dude. Slow.
Yeah. And then the next day, and this is the thing too, and I think we should talk about this, the next day didn't go as planned. Like, we wanted to go work out. We had to drive really far, Uber really far. Didn't happen. Like, we didn't go to that place. We tried to go to another place. It was closed randomly. It was raining on our heads for 2 hours. Like, we got just stuck downtown. We had to randomly watch football at a brisket place, and that was at least good, but like, it just didn't go as planned at all. And we were already like a little bit hungover, let's call it, and like tired. So the energy was just sucked out. But yeah, like, again, later that day, we have this random guy walk up to us, or he looks at me and he goes, "You dropped your smile." And I looked down because I was just not paying attention. And I'm like, "You got me." And then I smiled and I was like, wow, I forgot. Like, the day doesn't have to be shit.
Yeah, and then he says it takes more energy to frown than to smile. But it was just like
negative than be positive.
It was just like a timely like reminder of like, yo, just chill. Like, it's all good.
Wake up to the world, man, because things around you will come up and it'll remind you to get back on track.
Yes.
Like, it will, and that's
which
what you
is
did.
like it's a good lesson, man. Like,
hell yeah.
It's funny how those things like.
Because we actually were having a decent day. We had some fun moments.
It wasn't
in
even
the day.
bad at all. There was nothing to be.
I'm just saying that because you were looking like you were having a bad day.
Yeah.
I was trying to stay positive.
Bro,
in the vibe,
I was pretty heated. I was heated because it's just what happens
heated
when I don't get to exercise.
Yeah, when he doesn't get enough fuel. This guy's
Or
like,
enough.
what the fuck is going on this day, man? I'm like, okay. All right, luckily we're getting in a Waymo that doesn't have a driver right now because he doesn't want this energy. So driverless cars.
Which like a driverless car experience was really cool because I was like, I don't know how I feel about this, dude. The second we took that Waymo for the first time and we did that first ride, I'm like, yo, I trust this.
The driverless car
robot?
Experience was one of the best experiences too. As
Way
a
more than a
random
human.
additive. What?
Way more than a human.
Yeah, because again, it can't make human mistakes.
Way more.
Way more.
Maybe that's
new marketing for them. You should send them a message actually. Get this podcast out with that. That's amazing. We can like really
brought to you by Waymo.
Brought to you by the True Potential Podcast. No, the Waymos were super cool, and we did definitely feel a lot like safer, and just it was easy. And again, there's nobody in the car, so it's like super chill. I don't want to go back on that. We said chatting with people is fun, and it is. But like sometimes if you're hungover, you just want to Waymo and not talk to anybody because Dalton's grumpy. So we should just like shut it down.
I literally was like, I was like, I cannot talk to anyone.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
thank God.
I'm like, you get to talk to everyone we get to go to interact with right now. When we go to the gym, we try to get this passed. Because like, if I talk to someone right now, I'm gonna
pop off. I still don't know who did the one Waymo's seatbelt up. I don't know if they do that themselves or what, but we got into one car and he had a seatbelt on already. So anyways, they were super cool. We're going to put out a video on that later because just the experience of it was wicked. They're very like safe and like,
it was cool.
It's incredible.
I could see
that was a lot of fun.
the future.
1000%. So yeah, then again, Sunday we did have really cool plans. We obviously watched football all day, which was great. We love football. NFL week 1 has started, but we also were going to go to the mothership.
Yeah, that was something that like I was really wanting to do. Like I've been a massive comedy fan for like the last 2 years, pretty like hardcore into it. More specifically, like kind of getting the weeds here a little bit, but more specifically like a Kill Tony fan, which is a podcast show that runs out of the mothership. And so I've actually grown to become a big fan of that. And so the main goal was like I would have wanted to go to Kill Tony, but it's sold out for like from now to the end of time.
That was the goal.
I was like, man, we got to go to the comedy mothership if we're in Austin. So we got tickets to like basically their just like their lineup show that they have of like all the regulars that they have at the mothership. And like I expected the experience to be really good because I just knew the level of comedy that I would see on the show, and like I'm very in the comedy world, so I knew that it was going to be good. But man, it like blew me out of the water. Like it was such a fun experience. I think we did not stop laughing from the time we walked into that show to the time we left. It was really cool for me because there's a lot of people that I've seen on the show before that actually performed at the show that we were at.
Yeah, which is super cool.
Super cool for me.
You mentioned that.
Yeah, to be like, man, I've been watching this person on the show for the last 2 years, and now I'm getting to see them live and do like a full long set. It was like super cool for me.
Well, so the other thing that's really cool, and I didn't know this, but you said it to me, is that all the comedians work there. So like it's kind of their job is to like do sets, and then some of them work there, and then there's kind of this like Joe Rogan basically like pays them to do all these things. So they run the place.
Like what's really neat. What I really loved about like what they're doing there, and I think it's really cool, and there's probably some lessons to be learned about this in other places, is like, you know, obviously Joe Rogan has enough money to live 10,000 lives, and so like it's not about making money for him at the Comedy Mothership. He's just very passionate, come back to that term again, is like,
yes, about comedy.
He's very passionate about comedy in the art form and making it live on, and like it is a very cool art form if you get into it. It's crazy that people can just sit there and talk and make you laugh, right? But what he wanted to do was create a space where people could come and just work on their craft, but do it in a way where it was sustainable for them to have a career, because in the comedy space, it's like any other art form, it's like hard to make money. So a lot of these comedians would have to basically be broke to try to make it.
Yeah.
And so he wanted to create a space where like he doesn't care if he profits at the club, he's going to make sure that he hires the comedians that are going to be on these shows and pay them well and give them health care and like make sure that they're like there's some safety there so that they can go and like create. And I think that's really cool, and I think what that ends up doing is it ends up drawing the best people there.
Yes.
It ends up drawing the talent. People want to stay there, they work on their craft, then people get better. So then if you're coming into that world, you have to level up or else you're going to be left behind.
It creates the community. It's almost like a team.
It just like team atmosphere brings everyone up, and 100%. I think that's why the level of comedy there is so high, which I think is really cool, because that's always been something that I've tried to bring in to the healthcare space. And one thing that we've tried to do with the movement is like we wanted to create a place and an environment where we can grow healthcare, as in like how people get to consume physiotherapy from us, but we also wanted to grow the clinicians that come into our space so that the healthcare gets better and better.
Yeah.
And like that is something to me that really resonates, because I'm like, if you create an environment that is leveling up, challenging, trying to be progressing, and you draw people in that are attracted to that and they're trying to get better, you're always going to create an environment that is pushing the limits of growth and what you can do for said like industry.
Of course.
And so that's kind of going a little bit off topic, but that's actually a big reason why.
That's a beautiful connection.
I love that. And then to go there and like watch the comedy, it was hilarious, dude.
Yeah,
it was like the best thing.
Slapping my knees all the time. No, but man, I you know the comics, I didn't. I thought that's a beautiful connection that you just made. Again, it kind of reduces this like the broke artist concept that's just like followed that, like whether you paint or what, like you don't make money being an artist. Well, yes, guess what? Like there's opportunities, and when you come together and you work as a collective, right? That's kind of how you do it.
And the thing that's always bothers me is like when people will like the idea around the comedy world is like that, right? It's like you're a broke artist, you can never make money.
You have to struggle to get good to be the.
But if everyone
1%.
always has that mindset and does nothing to change it, how are we ever going to grow? And that's the same thing I was finding in healthcare. It's like, well, we're just getting stuck in some of these same kind of things.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, how do we come in and like, what we're doing is great, but how do we come at this from a different perspective and try to level this up so that the whole thing gets better?
Yes, but this is also because some people are gatekeepers and they go, I had to struggle, so you need to struggle. But I think that's being broken all over the place, right? Just because someone's young doesn't mean they don't have the skill to come right into an industry and do really well, or great ideas that can like move things forward.
Yeah, and actually a lot of times they do have.
They have better ideas sometimes.
And good skills.
But they also still need to learn from you. And they will have their own struggles. They don't have to be the same as you. You shouldn't want them to have to struggle like that, realistically. And that's where Joe Rogan's kind of stepping up and doing that, which is a beautiful thing. You were talking a lot about quality and how it raises the quality. And one thing we skipped over was that we got to go to the Speakeasy before that. And we were blown away by that quality.
Yeah.
Also, shout out to the mayor of Austin one more time, Shayla, for getting us into the Speakeasy.
Yeah, she's like, yo, I'm booking this Speakeasy for you. You have to do it through this app. Like, you wouldn't be able to do it. And I'm just like,
right? And
send me.
And took care of it for us. Like, I don't know if it would cost money. That's the other thing. We don't even know. I mean, we paid for things there, but like, we didn't know. She was just like, I'll give you the code tomorrow. You're going to go to this thing. It's going to be amazing. It's literally, we pull up out of the Waymo, of course, and it's like a gate, and it's just a code on this door. And like, how cool is that? And also like sketchy, but like, we know it's not. So you like punch in the thing, walk down the stairs, it gets super dark all of a sudden, and then you open up and it's this like neat, like cool bar. And we put the video today, but like, what an incredible experience. And then again, you watch everybody and how they interact with you, how like they speak to you, how like our bartender sat down with us to talk to us, to meet us at that level, to say, okay guys, so what are you gonna get tonight? Like, what are you thinking? And we had this conversation about what was good, what we might like. The drinks were immaculate. Like the way they were made was, like you had one with egg in it.
Oh, dude.
And it was like frothy.
That was the best drink I've ever had in my life.
Yeah. And I'm not even a liquor guy.
No,
but like
me
when
neither.
you make a drink like that, it cuts the liquor, and it's like, again, I don't drink. Like, I won't go back to drinking. I don't really have an interest in it. But like having an experience, the alcohol was the experience. And when you drink for experience, that is different than just drinking to get fucked up. That is a waste of your fucking time.
Totally.
Drinking for experience, to have fun, to enjoy people around you. That is probably how alcohol came to be. It wasn't to like sit at home and just get like wasted and then hate your life the next day, right? Follow positive vibrations, do things that keep you at a positive wavelength, and waking up the next day, you're not as hungover. That was a tangent. So let me bring it back. Anyways, the Speakeasy was great, and I felt like just this different aura around alcohol in that moment, because I was, again, working with artists. Those drinks are artistry in another format.
Yeah.
Right?
And the experience was art, and this is something that like I love, is like I love branding, I love experience. I think about these things a lot for our business, and I'm drawn to brands and people and experiences that really pay attention to like the details. And I've thought a lot about like what makes good experiences, and I try to pull from them, because it's like when you go into an environment like we went into that yesterday at that Speakeasy, it just flows and you have such a good time, and you don't even realize what's happening as to why you're having such a good experience. Yeah. But that is created, that is reps, thousands and thousands and thousands of reps, thought out things by that company, by that business that created that experience for us, that takes so much effort. And if you have a good experience, you don't realize it. It's like magic. But when you have a bad experience, it's very much like, oh, I've recognized this. What I've tried to do now is like, man, what are these people doing to create this experience so that I can take parts of that and bring it into the experience that I operated.
But I think this is something that we were talking about too, and it goes back to it, like, and you give me credit for this a lot, but like stylistically and like clothing atmosphere.
Is this where you come in and
this
like?
This is not where I chirp what you wear. My style? I'm not ripping your style. I just.
Yeah, you don't wear navy blue and black.
Oh, you don't wear navy blue and black, really? Like, there's maybe a couple tones you can put together, but not.
You always tell me like, oh, you got to build your own style. Like, you got to have your own flavor. Yeah, you do. That's my flavor. I'm the navy blue black guy.
Oh, no, you're not. You're not going to be that guy. I won't let you. My point is, details matter. When you see it done really well, and you see people that care at a high level, when others may say that's not really important, guess what? It is. How you do one thing is how you do everything. So let yourself get a little OCD, and you let yourself get in the weeds, because that place was top to bottom lighting, atmosphere, the cushions that we were sitting on, the seating options, because there was like different places you could sit, what each of the like bartenders and then the other people were wearing, right? And it had a almost like mystery vibe, right? And the lighting up at the top was like little stars. It's fucking beautiful, dude. We went in there and I came out and I'm like, where was I?
Yeah.
Right? It's incredible. And then when we walked past the mothership, I was looking around town, and this is maybe a little bit of a sketchy area of town, and I was like, where am I again?
Dude, yeah, it was definitely a different vibe.
That was a different vibe.
I was like, hey, we made it this far into the trip.
Yeah.
And like, it's been smooth sailing.
Let's go home.
I'm like,
Let's get some tacos and peace.
we're good.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing. You know, you need to know when you cut your losses. Like actually, no. Cut your losses. You need to know when to cut it before you have losses.
Yeah, that's the lesson. I was very
of the day.
aware of us there.
Hell yeah. And that's what we said to people when we were talking, because, you know, they were like, it's not bad here, but like, don't go down a dark alley. Like, why would you, don't be out past a certain time just by yourself. Yeah. Like, it's making those decisions, right? And just, again, reading the situation. So we had an amazing time in Texas. Amazing time. One of the best trips of my life. And I appreciate you because you came with me.
Yeah, it was fun, man. I agree.
Yeah, and we made it happen together.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, why did we come here? Who the hell knows? Off of different vibes. And guess what? What did we get in return? All sorts of amazing vibes.
Yeah.
And we turned you into a little bit of a Longhorn fan. Can't let me say that, eh?
I don't know if I can even bring that hat home. You want it?
What? You're not leaving the hat. The hat's dope. You're keeping the hat. We're keeping everything. You need to have style. We just talked about this.
Yeah, maybe we should save that for another podcast.
What, style?
How bad my style is.
Your style's not bad. We're gonna clean it up, but it's not bad.
I appreciate that. Anything else you want to talk about?
No, man.
You think we covered it?
I think we crushed it.
Yeah, man. That was great. Well, that's what? Episode 6?
That's episode 6.
Of the True Potential. But are you going to do the outro, bro? This is your podcast.
We need to get an outro. Is that what we're learning from episode 6?
Yeah, like, try an outro right now.
But how are we going to discuss, like, when we do the outro? Are you going to give me a signal that you're ready and then I'm ready? Oh, we're going to tap toes?
Yeah, like...
Oh, that's cute. That's really cute. God, can we get any more bromancy?
Yeah, we need to get the fuck away from each other.
Yeah, after 5 days, we're having a break.
All right, that's it.
See you in a month.
Yeah, episode 6. Peace. Dig deep. All that. Texas forever. Peace.